All right. I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
I make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 4-0, and we are out of executive session. Let me welcome everyone who is here to the Dawson County Board of Commissioners voting session. Agenda today is Thursday, January the 15th, 2026. Appreciate those that are with us online as well. We go right down to the roll call. Let the record show that all the commissioners are present. Ask everyone to please stand for a brief invocation and pledge. If you would, bow your heads, please. Our dear gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and for the many blessings of life. We ask for knowledge and wisdom to carry out the business of this county. Anything that we accomplish, we'll give you the honor and glory in Christ's name. We do ask and pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Are there any announcements on the board? Any announcements on the board? We'll move on to approval of minutes. First up, we have the minutes of the work session held on December 18th, 2025. Are there any additions or deletions? Motions.
Motion to approve is presented.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 4-0. Next up, we have the minutes of the voting session held on December 18th, 2025. Any additions or deletions? Motions.
Motion to approve is presented.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers. Seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3 with 1 abstention. Okay. Next up, we have the minutes of a Board of Commissioners workshop held on January 8, 2026. Any additions or deletions? Motions.
Make a motion we approve the minutes as presented.
Motion by Commissioner Gaines, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 4-0. Next up, we have the approval of the agenda. I don't have any changes to the agenda. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Motion by Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And the consent and the agenda is approved 4-0. We move on. No one signed up for public comment in this section? No, sir. We'll move on to consent agenda. In the consent agenda, we have ratification of 2026 Board of Commissioners meeting schedule, ratification of Board of Commissioners 2026 Vice Chair appointment, which will be Commissioner Chris Gaines, and a request to write off uncollectible ambulance accounts from 2021 for $425,017.87. Motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as is.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote.
Too late.
And the consent agenda is approved 4-0. We move on to alcohol license, new alcohol license, retail package sale of malt beverages and wine. Shane Ventures, LLC, doing business as Marathon Food Mart 25, Beartooth Parkway, Unit 100, Dawsonville, Georgia, 30534.
Good evening, Chairman. Good evening, Commissioners. Shane Ventures, LLC, DBA Marathon Food Mart, 25 Beartooth Parkway, Unit 100, Dawsonville, Georgia, 30534, has applied for the issuance of a license to sell malt beverages and wine for retail package at the same location. This was previously licensed premise operated as Nelson's Food Mart, and it is now operating under the name Marathon Food Mart. The applicant is not currently selling alcohol, but is awaiting approval to commence sales. The owner, Mr. Faisal Babani, is present this evening and is available to answer any questions the board may have. And as always, I'm available to answer any as well.
Any questions from the board? What's the pleasure of the board?
Make a motion that we approve the alcohol license for Shane Ventures LLC, DBA Marathon Food Mart.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that alcohol license is approved 4-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll move on to zonings. Before we get into that, let me go over the rules for our zoning. Planning Director will present the application and recommendation of the Planning Commission. Then we'll hear from the applicant. Then I'll open the hearing. We'll hear from those who are in favor of the application. Then we'll hear from those who are opposed to the application. Each person wishing to speak will be allotted 3 minutes per our zoning guidelines. Anyone who speaks will need to sign in and give us your name and address. And also, if anyone has donated $250 or more to any candidate, you will need to fill out a form stating so. So our first zoning is ZA 2509. Nick Pasola of Davis Engineering has submitted a request to the proper authorities on behalf of Faith Durham for a land use amendment to rezone 4.871 surveyed acres from RA Residential Agriculture to RRE Residential Rural Estate for the construction of a new single-family residence. Proposed rezoning is consistent with the Rural Living Future Land Use Character Area Map. The subject property is located at 1293 New Bethel Church Road, Dawsonville, Georgia, 30534, parcel 102-030. Richard.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This rezoning would bring a property subdivided in the last few years into code compliance. It was one of those surveys that happens occasionally where somebody surveys a certain area and then the remainder is not shown, and it may not exactly be known until both the deed work and the drawing, the survey, lines up to show exactly how many acres are we talking about. In this case, the remainder was just under 5 acres. And so in order for the family who wants to, through the acquisition of the land, obtain county building permit, in order to get a county building permit through community development, this rezoning to have a code compliant lot, RRE, rural estate at 4.87 acres is needed, and no objections at the Planning Commission meeting, who recommended approval with no conditions.
Questions for Richard? Thank you, sir. Is the applicant present? Come on up. Tell us what you'd like to do.
Hello, yes. My name is Cameron Chester. This is my wife, Sydney Chester. We're going to be wanting to obtain a building permit for the property on New Bethel Church Road. There's currently a septic system for a 4-bedroom already installed on the property. We would hate to see the property go to waste, and we're just trying to get this rezoned so we can move forward. Been a resident in Dawson County for 30 years now, and looking forward, hopefully we can get this rezoned.
Questions of the applicant? Thank you. At this time, I'll open the hearing. Is anyone here to speak in favor of the application? Anyone here to speak in favor of the application? Anyone here to speak in opposition to the application? Anyone here to speak in opposition to the application? Seeing none, I'll close that hearing. What's the pleasure of the board?
Make a motion that we approve ZA 2509 rezone from RA to RRE.
Second.
By Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And ZA 2509 is approved 4-0. All right, move on to our second zoning, ZA 2510. Jim King has submitted an application to the proper authorities requesting a land use amendment to rezone 5 acres of property currently zoned CHB, Commercial Highway Business, to CHI, Highway Business Intensive, for construction of a new light industrial development. This property is located on the north side of Prominence Court near Kylo Church Road, parcel 113-044-014. Richard.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So the proposal is for a new light industrial development. And what we're talking about, this particular property with Prominence Court frontage touches or backs up to land that is on Lumpkin Campground Road frontage as well, so that taken as a package, you've got existing land, zoned industrial, Lumpkin Campground Road. You got this property on Prominence Court, currently zoned commercial. Proposal is to change to industrial CHI. And thank you to the board members for being open to the idea. In September, the board approved changes to the CHI district, Highway Business Intensive, so that it really serves as a transition where there are cases like this where, in order to be consistent with the future land use map and not go all the way from commercial to heavy industrial, CHI now serves as a zoning district that has heavy commercial, light industrial, and some general industrial allowed. So this would be appropriate, and there were no objections. Planning Commission recommended approval with no conditions.
Questions for Richard?
What is the business going to be? Do we know?
I defer to the applicant.
Thank you.
All right. Is the applicant present? Come on up. Tell us what you want to do. 20 degrees outside. He's still learning.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Happy New Year. I'm here tonight representing this 5-acre tract. As Richard explained to you, we want to rezone it from CHB to CHI in order to gain a wider variety of uses, to answer your question, Ms. Bruce. This part was originally part of a larger piece. It actually included the pieces to the north of it that backed up to Lumpkin Campground Road. And prior to 2020, there was a wider variety of uses in CHB, and my clients could do what they wanted to with this property. There's been several zoning amendments since then, and more recently to the CHI. We originally submitted the application for CIR to match the piece behind it that backs up to our fronts on Lumpkin Campground, to increase the variety of uses. But that did not meet this piece happens to be in the 400 mixed use corridor, where that one is in the Hightower Industrial. So it did not meet the character area. So we were encouraged by staff. At that time, we knew the amendment, the newest amendment approved in September, was coming along. So we were encouraged by staff to wait and apply for the CHI so that we would be consistent with the character area and the future land use map. And so that's what we've done. To answer your question as far as uses, my clients initially would like to do a indoor pickleball and badminton courts. But they also, just in case that didn't work out, they want to be able to convert that into warehouse and other uses, light industrial uses. So that's why we're here tonight, just asking to broaden the uses for this piece of property so that they can make a financially wise decision.
Questions of the applicant? Thanks, Jim. At this time, I'll open the hearing. Is anyone here to speak in favor of the application? Anyone here to speak in favor of the application? Anyone here to speak in opposition to the application? Anyone here to speak in opposition to the application? Hearing none, I'll close that hearing. What's the pleasure of the board?
Jim, is there water and sewer there?
I'm sorry?
Is there water and sewer there?
There is.
There's capacity anyway. Okay. I make a motion we approve ZA 25-10, 5 acres being, going from CHB to CHI. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gaines, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And ZA 2510 is approved 4-0. All right, we'll move on to new business. First up, we have consideration of proposed 2026 local maintenance and improvement grant application for Afton Road and request for Georgia Department of Transportation funding. And so, Joy, you may have to help me with this, but we're asking for $574,276.97 of LMIG funds, and then the match is $172,283.10, correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct. Be the LMIG will be, all those funds will be used towards Afton Road, and the balance will be paid out of what you just said. And that is the application.
This is the application we're putting in.
Correct.
We're
Spot 7.
Bosch 7 and LMIG.
Correct.
So we're basically putting in an application right now,
Yes, sir. That's
what you're doing. basically.
all our regular LMIG funds for this year will go towards Afton Road.
Okay. Questions from the board? Motions?
I'll make a motion to approve 2026 LMIG grant application for Afton Road and Georgia Department of Transportation, funding $574,276.97 from the state, correct? And then we pay out of SPLOST 7 the match, which is 30%, $172,283.10.
Motion by Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that's approved 4-0. Next up, we have consideration of request to approve a proposed Alliant Insurance Services for Phase Number 2, procurement services for an advanced primary care clinic. This is Phase Number 2. As you remember, we went over Phase 1 earlier, but this is Phase Number 2. The cost is $47,000 for Phase Number 2, and that would come from the general fund. Joy, you want to elaborate on that any?
Certainly. The board may recall that in 2025, we did a feasibility study about possibility of having an employee clinic, an employee health clinic. And the study, back in November, I believe, we had a representative from Alliant that went over those results of that study, and they were favorable. And they provided us with a proposal that I presented back in December of the next step, Phase 2, which is go into the market, determining the scope of work and what services we would offer. This is a specialized consultant that has helped many clients with this type of work to really get down to the brass tacks to see if the numbers, what the numbers will be for us to have an employee clinic and move forward with a vendor to provide that service. We're excited about this. We think it's a good business decision long term. We talked about previously the stress that we have for our insurance premiums continue to rise at actually at a rate that's probably not sustainable. We saw a significant increase in 2025, and this is an opportunity for to provide a benefit for our employees and provide and their families. Again, we don't know every detail of the model yet, but that's what we're going to work out in phase 2. I've worked in 2 previous places where we had employee health clinics, different models. I utilize them. My wife loved taking my little children. I don't know if we'll have pediatric services available at our clinic, but once the employees realize the value of it, I'm certain they will utilize it. So this is the next step to develop the model and go to market.
Joey,
Questions for Joy?
I have a quick question. And I apologize, I don't have my packet in front of me. If this were to be approved, that 47,000, is it coming from general fund? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
the 47,000 is in general. This is not a budgeted item.
Okay.
This is kind of a separate project.
Okay.
And if we go forward, it'll take some. This project is roughly a 4-month time frame, so it would be this summer before we brought back some recommendations to you, and we would certainly have to make considerations in the FY27 budget of how we're going to do this.
Any further questions? Motions?
Make a motion that we approve the proposal by Alliance Services for Phase 2 procurement services for the Advanced Primary Care Clinic in the amount of $47,000 to come from general fund.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 4-0. Any public comment in this section? All right. With that, we are adjourned. Thank you for your attendance.